Hello. I am being asked lately how what I think about all the things happening and what's going on and what is my opinion. And it's just really hard to get some kind of baseline or some kind of sense of stability, what is uh, appropriate these days. But I came across the words of Cornel West, and he said, "You must let suffering speak if you want to hear the truth." And I feel like he says it all. We're going through tumultuous times, and I think it's to finally hear the truth. Thank you.
For your consideration, a world in which imagination envelops reality, where fact and fiction struggle for supremacy, where American know-how clashes with the wisdom of the ageless. This is the border without walls between meta and physics, an awkward crossroad between real and surreal, an unlevel crossing for trains that rarely pass in the night. This is where the road does not ever meet the rubber, the land of precipitous bridges under which no water ever flows. Welcome to the discomfort zone.
What's happening?
What's going on anyway? What's the dang deal here anyway?
Well, what is this?
Huh?
It is what it is.
Consider the case of a certain Ms. Elizabeth C. Macy. Lizzie to her friends, good citizen, honest taxpayer, a former Girl Scout. To this day, she still buys her cookies on the street corner. Having gotten to a certain stage in her life, Lizzie just wants to give something back. She decided to pursue a rare opportunity to serve her country, one that does not come along very often. Unfortunately, through no fault of her own, her stars have not been aligned. And because of forces not in her control, Lizzie has found herself in a crucible known as the discomfort zone.
Hello?
Hello, is this Miss C. Elizabeth Macy?
Actually, it's Elizabeth C. Macy.
Ms. Macy, this is P.D. Johns from
Odd.
ODD, the Office of Demographic Data.
Oh, yes. Hello. How are things going at the ODD?
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. May I call you Lizzie?
Why, certainly. May I call you PD?
Mr. Johns will do.
I see.
Let's get right to the point, Lizzie. When are you going to send in the rest of your application?
I thought I did.
I see the written part in your file here, but not the oral.
The oral?
Yes. On the back of page 23 of the FAFPP formal application for the field and phone positions, we included specific instructions for the submission of an audio audition tape for our PAPs, phone answering positions.
Page 23, Mr. Johns, I don't have my file copy in front of me. I wasn't expecting your phone call. But I distinctly remember filling out a 2-page application, and I read every
Two-pager, huh? What position were you applying for?
a management position.
That would be the FAMP, two-pager formal application for management positions. But I have the 23-pager FAFPP here in your file.
Well, be that as it may, that's not what I sent in.
Whom did you send it to?
To you, Mr. Johns. Yours is the only contact information I have.
I see. Well, would you please send it in again?
The 2-pager?
Yes.
Certainly. I retained a copy, and I will send it.
Thank you.
Say what?
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
What?
Is this the new norm? Well,
It is what it is.
Now you just hold on there a sarn minute.
You have reached the ODD hotline. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order received. For training purposes, this call may be monitored and/or recorded. By remaining on the line, you agree to be monitored or recorded. To expedite your call, please have your 16-digit PIN number ready.
PIN number.
If you have your PIN number ready, please input it now, followed by the pound sign.
Oh, PIN number.
If you do not have your PIN number, please press 2 followed by the exclamation point on your keypad. If you do not have an exclamation point, please press pound 3 now.
Pound 3.
You have reached the Office of Demographic Data After Hours Helpline. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order received. For training purposes, this call may be monitored and/or recorded, or both. By remaining on the line, you agree to be monitored or recorded, or both. The After Hours Helpline is available 7 days a week from 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are not calling during those hours, please hang up and call during the helpline hours.
this is what I signed up for?
Afraid so.
This is now.
And now?
Is this all there is?
It is what it is.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. Who is this?
Hello. Is this Miss C. Elizabeth Macy?
Elizabeth C. Macy. Oh, is this the ODD?
Hello.
Hello,
Is this Miss Elizabeth C. Macy?
ODD. This is Elizabeth C. Macy. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi guys, what's up? Today I want to talk to you about your internet speed. And although it's a very complicated process, I want to talk to you about just the very fundamental speeds that you need in order to work effectively in today's work environment. So I'm only going to touch on a few things, but I want to give you kind of an understanding of how you can check your speeds and whether you need to place a service call to your internet provider so that you can have the speeds that you need. So the first thing you need to know is your ISP, and that's your internet service provider. It's called an ISP, and there's many of them out there on the market. And the way that they provide speed and test speeds is through, essentially it's the upload speed and the download speed. Those are the two measurements that you really want to be concerned about. Those measurements are in megabits per second, and the standard pretty much at this point in time is about 25 megabits per second is the baseline. You don't want to have anything lower than that, otherwise you're not going to be able to work effectively or efficiently. So when they say upload speeds and download speeds, the upload means when you're uploading something to the internet. The download speed is usually the most important thing, which is when you go to view content on the web, you're downloading from the web. So that's kind of your starting point, is your download speed. And again, you want to have nothing short of 25 megabits per second. So what I want to do is show you a couple of tests that you can easily conduct yourself. They are readily available on the web. And there we go. All right, so your ISP will probably have a speed test that you can go to. And I found in my testing that your ISP is most likely going to give you the highest speeds out there. And when you run these tests, know that they're always going to be changing. So I always try to run at least two tests, and a couple different websites is usually the best. So what I'd like to start with is my own ISP. My ISP is Monkey Brains. So I'm going to start the test here. And don't pay attention to the ping or the jitter. We're just going to be looking at the download and the upload speeds. So as you can see, mine right now is running at about the 50. It's 52.08, which is great. That means I'm going to have a really good download speed. So that means I should probably have no problem viewing the web. My upload speed in about the same ballpark. And by the way, when I do run these tests, I recommend highly that you make sure you have no applications running and you have no documents open so that you have a consistent test each and every time that you run them. All right, so my upload speed, 40.45, more than adequate for what I'm going to try to do. The next one that I'd like to show you is one called Fast. Fast.com. This is one you can just type into your browser's address bar, just fast.com, and you'll get something that looks like this. And I'm going to rerun this test. And so you don't see the word download, but it's by default. The download speed is always going to be determined first. And so you can see it's in the 43. It's acceptable. So still about the same. And that's good. And I can also run, well, it's actually running right now. The upload speed is coming up right about the same speed as well. Now, the next one is one that I'd like everyone to use. It's pretty much a benchmark and a standard to go to, which is called MLab, or Measurement Lab. And the reason that this is different than the other ones, these are all private or commercial enterprises, but with the MLab, oops, where did MLab go? All right, so let's try. So Measurement Lab is a collaborative effort between Princeton University and Google. So it's a little bit different than the private sector. This one, you have to agree that your data may be collected and published for research purposes. But this is more of an independent and more, let's say, honest measurement. So I like going here each time I run a test. Now, my ISP has promised me with the contract that I have with them that I will get a minimum of 25 megabits per second. Usually, as you saw from the other tests, and probably with this one too, a lot of the times it's up in the 50s and the 40s. So that's almost double the speed that I'm promised. Now, the reason that this is important is that when you start noticing you have slower speeds or you're having difficulty staying connected, like say to Zoom calls, this is when you're going to want to run these tests to find out if something has happened to your connection to your ISP, such as your either your antenna, your satellite dish, your cable connections. Sometimes if you have these connections up on the rooftop, the wind can cause changes up there, so you need to have a service call. So as you can see, my download speed here is just above that, the 25 megabits, but still okay. So I'm not concerned at this point in time. But I would highly recommend that if you have the time to sit down and run these tests, just to make sure that you know where your speeds are at, to make sure that you can operate and function properly on the web. It's good for you. If you're not getting the speeds that you're expecting, please contact your ISP and get a service call to make sure this is taken care of. And if you have any other questions about this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
P. Dalton here.
Hello, is this the Office of Demographic Data?
P. Michael Dalton here. How may I help you?
Mr. Dalton, hello. This is Elizabeth C. Macy.
C. Elizabeth Macy?
Yes, C. Elizabeth Macy here.
Good afternoon, Ms. Macy. How may I help you?
Macy, it's Macy. Well, I was wondering if you have received my application for that management position.
2-pager?
Yes, the 2-pager.
When did you send it in?
I believe it was February of 2019.
February 2019. Why have you waited so long to follow up?
Well,
Hold on. Let me look it up.
okay.
You have your PIN number?
PIN number?
19 digits?
19 digits?
Yes, 19 digits.
Well,
Phone number, area code first, followed by your social security number.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so my phone number is area code 415-567-2211.
415-567-2211.
Yeah. And then, oh yes. 111 11 1 1 1 1.
111-11-1111.
Yes.
But this PIN number is for Elizabeth C. Macy.
Yes, that's right. That's me.
So who is C. Elizabeth Macy?
Who is Elizabeth C. Macy? It beats me.
Hold on, Elizabeth. May I call you Lizzie?
I wish you'd call me more often.
What was that?
Yes, yeah. You may call me Lizzie. I mean, call me Lizzie.
All right, Lizzie. I see your application here. Everything looks in order.
Oh, good, good.
Have you submitted the FAB check,
A fab check?
fingerprints and background check?
Yes, I did. Back in February, per the instructions on the form, I went to the Red Press Square office and I paid $70 for the fingerprinting service. And then they had everything sent to the designated address in Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.,
Yes.
but our office is in San Francisco.
Okay. But you were not set up in San Francisco when I applied.
In February 2019.
Yes.
I see. Well, someone will call you
Call me.
to follow up.
I see, but is my application in order?
Someone will follow up from our San Francisco office.
Oh, I thought you were in the San Francisco office.
No, ma'am, I'm in the Los Angeles office.
Well, yeah, I see.
Beg pardon, ma'am?
I said, yes, I see you're in Los Angeles,
Yes.
but I'm in San Francisco.
Yes.
So someone in the San Francisco office will be calling me.
That's right.
Any idea when that would be?
Soon, once we set up our local San Francisco office and we hire some management trainees.
But I'm waiting. I want to be in
Good
that office.
talking to you. Nikki. Have a good day.
Hello?
Hello, is this Elizabeth C. Macy?
Yes. Who's
This
this?
is Richard and Whistle Home.
Mm-hmm. What is this about?
I'm calling you about your application to work for the ODD.
Ah, yes. What can I do for you, Mr. Whistlebump?
Hump?
What?
My name is Whistle Hump, but you may call me Richard.
All right, Richard. So what is this? What is this about?
This is about your application for the ODD.
Okay.
I have your application here.
Yes.
Are you still interested in working for the ODD, Mom?
Well, yeah. Are you still hiring?
Certainly are. We still have many positions to fill here in San Francisco.
Oh, well, that's good.
So we were wondering when you can come in to the office for your fingerprint and background check.
But I already took care of that when I applied back in February.
Oh, yes, I see. Your two-pager is dated February 1st, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Our San Francisco office was not open back in February 2019.
Right. I believe I had the fingerprinting service send my documentation to your office in DC.
Well, Mom, but we need your documentation here in the San Francisco office.
Well, how long has the San Francisco office been set up?
Since December 15.
I see. Well, I already paid $70 for the fingerprinting service.
There will be no charge for the fingerprinting in our office.
All right. Do I have to make an appointment?
No, sir. Just come in the next morning between 9 and 11 a.m.
All right. Where's your office?
We're located in the federal building on Turk Street.
Yes. And your office number?
Just tell the security guard you're coming to the ODD office for fingerprinting and they will direct you.
All right. I understand. I will try to come in first thing Monday morning.
Monday's a holiday, ma'am. Coming Tuesday?
Oh, yes, yes. Tuesday it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Stacy. effing idiots.
What effing idiots are those, dear?
Mashpie, Massachusetts. The Polar Bear Ice Cream Parlor, a fixture in this Cape Cod community, tried to do the right thing, but they ran into a problem called entitlement. They delighted local residents last week by announcing they would reopen on a limited basis, accepting only online ice cream orders, a strict social distancing in place, and a plea to their customers to place those orders at least an hour in advance. Almost immediately, the shop's parking lot began to fill up with customers who ignored the request and showed up too early, as well as those who hadn't even placed an order in advance. But the Polar Bear Parlor staff, who were running at half strength, couldn't handle the barrage and soon became overwhelmed. Several customers, angry that they weren't being served quickly enough, became abusive and started hurling insults at the store's teenage staff, hurling so much verbal abuse that one 18-year-old woman quit after her shift finished. Most Americans understand and recognize that some degree of mutual sacrifice and inconvenience is necessary in order to get us through this, the worst public health crisis of our lifetimes. For some Americans, however, it appears that this is the first time they have ever had to think of anyone but themselves, and it shows. So they just feel entitled to jump to the front of the line because waiting for ice cream is simply intolerable.
Effing idiots.
Yeah, some people just don't get it.
Yes. You know, Frank,
Yes, Pearl.
I have a hankering.
Me too.
Hello.
Ms. Macy?
Speaking. Who's this?
Ms. Macy, this is F.W. Morenhow from the ODD.
I see. Good afternoon, Mr. Mournhow.
Good afternoon, ma'am. It's about your application for the 2020 ODD jobs.
Yes.
We'd like to set up an interview.
For the management position?
Well, Ms. Macy, those positions have been filled.
Oh, they paid $33 an hour.
Some did, yes, but the field and phone positions pay $30, depending on your qualifications.
I see.
I have your resume here as part of your application.
Uh-huh.
Everything seems in order. I believe you would qualify for field or phone.
Okay.
We would just have to set up an interview.
But we're all sheltering in place right now.
That's correct, ma'am. Here's the plan. We would make an appointment for a phone or Zoom interview.
Zoom. I could do Zoom.
Good. How about an appointment on April 15 at 2 p.m.?
That far off?
Well, yes. You see, we need to send you a special SIP kit in preparation for the interview.
SIP kit?
Yes, SIP, shelter in place. The kit contains some items you will need for the interview. May I send that to the mailing address indicated in your resume there on Greenwich Street?
Greenwich.
What?
It's pronounced Greenwich.
Yes, I see. Where are you originally from, Ms. Macy?
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Great. So this address we have is correct?
Yes, it is on Greenwich Street.
Right. You'll receive our package in 5 business days, and it will confirm your appointment along with your Zoom meeting instructions.
Very good. I look forward to receiving it and the Zoom interview.
Very good, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Ah, that's so sweet.
What's that, dear?
Aging heartthrob Semi Lore spends Mother's Day with her old beau, Bruce Tillis, and his family. The pair are continuing their campaign for friendliest exes ever as they continue to quarantine together in North Dakota. They participated in a blended family Mother's Day photo shoot on Sunday. Thankful to be with family today and every day, Lore gushed, "Isn't that precious?"
You could say that, dear. Hello, Ms. Macy.
Hello.
Good to see you, ma'am.
Likewise, Mr.
Johns, P.T. Johns.
Oh, I see, Mr. Johns. I thought you were in Washington, D.C.
I am, but through the magic of Zoom, I can also be in San Francisco at the same time.
Yes.
So let's get right down to it, Lizzie, shall we?
Yes, of course.
First of all, I want to commend you for being punctual for your interview today.
Of course. I take great pride in being prompt.
Good, good. So tell me, Lizzie, what would you say is your biggest weakness?
My biggest,
Weakness.
well, I'd have to say I'm a real stickler for correctness and detail.
Sticklet?
What?
You said sticklet for correctness and detail.
Oh, I meant stickler for detail.
I see. So next question, are you ready?
Yes.
What is the mission of the ODD?
Oh, yes. I remember that from the 46-page manual that you sent to me. To count every citizen and resident and to make every citizen and resident count.
Very good. Now then, what is your personal identification number?
Personal identification. My PIN number. That would be 567 415 567 2211 111 1111.
Okay. Now then, Ms. Macy, final question. Do you have your SIP kit handy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, please pull out the two items labeled WD1A and WD1B. Very good. Now then, holding one item in each hand, would you knock them together, please?
Like this?
Yeah, a little more resolutely, Miss Macy. Very good, very good. All right then, so that concludes your interview for today. You will be contacted by a San Francisco FMT.
FMT? Oh, yeah, the field management trainee.
That's correct, Ms. Macy. Thanks again. Good day.
Wait. But did I get the job?
Hello, my name is Cullen Michaels. I'm not a real doctor, but I play one on TV. Today, I'd like to reach out to everyone in the community who is concerned about their health. Please listen to the scientists, not politicians or quacks, about the symptoms of the COVID-19 viral influenza and what to do if you're concerned that you or a loved one may have it. The only reputable sources of information you should listen to are the World Health Organization, the Center for Disease Control, and your local public health officials. They post frequent updates, which you should follow. They are based on the latest scientific discoveries. You see, as any reputable scientist will tell you, we are not perfect. Far from it. We don't always have all the answers. We can barely manage to ask the best questions. But we are dedicated to studying this new and very unusual virus, and we're constantly learning, and we continue to share what we learn, once it has been vigorously reviewed and tested by many, many medical experts. There is new hope that recent studies at Oxford University clinics may produce a vaccine soon, but it's far too early to count on that. Meanwhile, we have to continue to take the precautions your local health authorities prescribe. Please stay safe and well informed.
Oh, Frank,
What, Pearl?
the police are killing unarmed Black people.
I read about that too.
That's just not right.
It's disgusting.
How long has this been going on?
For over 400 years now.
It's not right.
No, it isn't.
People are protesting everywhere.
Yes, they are.
Frank,
Yes, Pearl.
we have got to do something about this.
All right, dear.
I am getting my pitchfork.
I'll get my shovel.
Let's go.
Just as soon as I finish reading the sports page.